All righty. Looks like we have arrived today. And let me stretch this out. Sorry. This is great. We're doing great, everybody. We're doing great. So with that, welcome to today's or this month's meditation circle. And while we're waiting for people to hop on and tune in, or even if you're just tuning in to watch the replay, hallelujah. We're doing great. So we're in the season of Sagittarius, and we're at the end of the element of the pig month, if you've been listening or tuning into the daily snippet. And we also have a full moon, a cold Gemini full moon on Wednesday coming up. So it may feel as if you are surrendering to the gods, maybe Raguel, the friend of God, who's online for the season. But today's energy is actually where the sun and the moon do the cosmic dance. So the sun's in the season of Sagittarius, and the moon is in the season of Taurus, and Jupiter, which is Sagittarius ruler, is in Pisces. So we've got fire, earth, and water. Sounds like a song, right? Fire, earth, and water. So this is about loving ourselves, feeling that self-love, and believing in ourselves to the point where it just feels so super amazing, as it should. So the world is going to see us in our everyday world, feeling the love that we have for ourselves, along with our heart, our core processor, our heart center, our heart chakra. Believing in this new love that we have for ourselves is integrating. So it's our heart center, the Souls Harmonic, and the sacral are all online today. And we're having these cosmic swirls all meeting in these energetic centers. So when we heartfelt love it, we feel it, we know it, or we believe it. So our feelings are the main stage ingredient. They are the key to source and to navigate our day as we move forward. So you may feel like you are going over or you are going over the bridge of troubled waters. That song is what actually came in for me. Obviously, Sandalphon is always on my radar. But if something feels wrong, you got to ask yourself, this is a feeling inside of yourself, or is it one that is outside of yourself? Wherever you are having this objection, where you're in control, you do have options if it's inside of you. If it's something outside of yourself, it's like stay where you are, return it to sender, because our feelings are our guidance center, the sacral. Feelings are gut intuition. Even our mind has two channels, our intuition and our logical side, kind of like the two coins. I call one Spock, actually. But go with your feelings on all the things, feeling all the things, feeling and feeling some more. So we have different energetic centers that awaken not only at different times during the cycle of our life from birth forward, but they also awaken differently each day. More of them are more kinesthetic, and a few of them are visual, but they do swirl together in magical ways. It's like having your own cosmic courtyard, if you will. And Jupiter in Pisces is actually brewing up some spiritual joy. Indigo is the color, and frankincense, if you have any, that's going to call and bring out this ancient Piscean wisdom, which, if you know Pisces, it's upstream, downstream, 1 foot in this world, one in the other. Reality to spirit kind of a thing. But the moon is in the season of the earth. The season of our emotions is all about manifesting, things taking form. What we feel is becoming manifest. It's taking shape or form. And I am feeling and believing in myself. I am placing all my feelings of what my heart wishes to manifest through the cosmic gate of feelings, the gate or the field of our emotions. And I heartfelt believe dreams do come true when the universe or an otherworldly being feels that the time is appropriate. And the universe really only gives us what we can handle. So if it's in alignment with our fabric, then our destiny streams it. Fate is what happens, and destiny is what we do with fate, with what happens. So it's about having faith. The Great Spirit really has our back, but it's a day to reflect differently. Maybe observe something that's happened in your past that still may be having a tendency to make you feel a little rattled in the cages or unsettled. This feeling of feeling uneasy is kind of like a beacon, if you will, or an indication that you still have some inner work to do, or some shadows, the shadows on the other side of that etheric mirror, cleansing the etheric mirror. You have to ask yourself what you did did you do your best back then? And how would you now do it differently, believing what you do now? So do you need to make some soul amending, if you will, like repatterning the fabric? So you kind of want to ask yourself these questions. And in doing so, you may see you need to give yourself some self-forgiveness, but you can also learn a lot through your root center along with your heart center. So probably a root issue, like, are you safe? Are you secure? Are you believing in your manifestation? Whether it's a relationship, are you seeing it? Can you feel it? You need to feed the feeling with feeling amazing and see it as if it has already taken form. It's manifested. But just know wherever you are, you authentically belong there. Otherwise, you would be doing something different, right? And the thing about the energy of today is that our feelings may just be pushing us, poking the bear, nudging us in the inside if it weren't so. So these are grandmaster feelings. These are those grandmaster feelings. Our intuitive channels, along with our creativity, both are valid and need validating. And they've all come to the cosmic round table in the ethers. So you kind of have to ask yourself, your Sira, what you look like in the other worlds, what you need to do or to be open to in order to use the nudging, the pushing. It's like the door is opening. In our highest order, the bridge. So maybe your feelings are pushing you or nudging you towards a relationship that you've never felt before, or knowing you belong exactly where your heart felt at. And the moon is in a gibbous waxing phase. So our projects can really get into the flow. So just be aware, however, that any overstrainings that come at this moment, and the body kind of takes things in, it absorbs more readily during the waxing moons. So it's a great time to boost or build ourselves up. And if you have been unwell or off color, say, you're absorbing and boosting your energy. So kind of taking in the supplies that are necessary. Go out, get in touch with your friends, plan a little get together, arrange meetings to increase your validity of communication. So the message for this season, I brought in the Fae. I'm going to share my screen so we can get the little dude in there. We just want him. Awesome. I'm getting better at this. Isn't he cute? This is Ibe the retriever. He reminds me of a golden retriever, if you've ever had one. But this is his office. His is the office of unclaimed property, hopes, wishes, loyalty. And the 41 in the corner, this is loving where we belong, believing in where we heartfelt belong, and knowing that we are mindful, just aware of this belonging that our heart holds. And our mind has thought through it. The mind is online with our heart and where we heartfelt belong. But he's part of the helpline troop. Ibe the retriever. So these, if you've listened to my daily snippet, these are the wee folk, the small ones. They're small and large, and they come from the elemental realms. The realm of the earth elemental, the elementals of the galaxy, which is like constellations, stars, ethers, and really so much more. Planets, air, water, fire, earth, and they are just full of life and fun. And these are the Fae we often think of as brownies or pixies. They're generally a little bit more mischievous in a positive light, but he is the fairy who may put things out of place. He thinks it would be a great thing if we tidied up and organized ourselves, which I think he was talking to me this morning. But he moves things, he puts them out of place. Isn't he cute? So we really have to hunt for them. I just think he's adorable. But that's just one of the many tasks that he does. And he hopes that we will really become more organized in hiding our things while we hunt for our keys or a piece of notes, in my case. Whatever isn't put in its place, nailed down, belonging where it belongs. That's just one of the things he does. He actually is a protector. And he retrieves and safeguards all of our lost hopes and forgotten dreams or keys that we put out of place. But he holds the seeds of our potential futures, and he carefully and delicately holds them until we're ready for their return. So sometimes we don't think we're ready for them, or we've given up hope altogether. Then we may rearrange, or he rearranges and reminds us later. Events, people in our lives that bring back the memories of our past hopes, our dreams, And when this happens, we need to look at them again, maybe consider how we might manifest them into our reality. So he's trying to remind us of something that we have lost, heartfelt loss, possibly a hope, maybe a dream. You may have thought it gone forever in Neverland, but he is holding on to it, and he's holding it out to us for reconsideration. He actually thinks that we can do something with it now, which is great. And it may not be that obvious, but he has a clever nose, and he actually scents out our path, a potential opening for bringing this into our day-to-day life. Sometimes Ibe says, a long-awaited dream is at last arriving on the scene, and there's nothing we need to do but open up our hearts and our minds to it. However, we still usually do have to work for it. An amazing thing about Ibe, another attribute he has, is loyalty. So we kind of need to ask ourselves if we are loyal to ourselves. So if you tuned in last month, I did have a script meditation that I downloaded or made downloadable for everybody. It did have a glitch, but today I'm going to actually post a moon elixir, a moon ritual blend, if you will, in the Rising of the Origins and the Musing Corridor venue for healing on my Facebook groups. But our meditation, I'm going to switch my share screens, pick another one. Let's go. Hang on, this may take me a second. There we go. I'm going to stop the share and pick the other one because it's super cool. And I believe it's, something's happening. Hang on 1 second here. I just want that. There we go. Perfect. So, I guess I could switch cameras. Sorry, I'm kind of new at this, but not like I have glitches myself. Oh, good Lord. And the reason that says TA Tanya D is because I am a TA. And I obviously didn't change that, but that is great. Okay, so for the meditation, wherever I'm at, I guess I can switch cameras. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so obviously we're going to go on a path, a journey. So kind of just get yourself comfortable. I always like to take those 3 in breaths and the out breaths and just really feel myself climbing into my skin. I'm being embodied. I am present. I am here. I want to affirm the magical being that resides within each and every one of us, everyone tuning in on the replay and those that are here live. I also want to affirm the magical being of Ibe the Retriever and the galactic friends of all the elemental realms, the realms of this world and the realms of the others. And I want to affirm the Great Spirit as we take these breaths and we're climbing into our skin. So we're making ourselves comfortable. Close your eyes and just focus on your breath. The deep breaths going in and out, just getting in the flow of the breath, kind of like the waters of the air, and just visualize the real world just fading, disappearing. And as our world dissipates and disappears, you're going to find yourself at the foot of a hill on this path. The grass is green beneath our feet, and we can feel it just gently, like a breeze on our face, like we're just feeling the air, the element of air, just breathing and climbing into our skin and our face, the breath. And as you continue to do so, the lush grass is just scattered with white deities and daisies and beings from the other realm. And we can smell the fresh scent in the air. Just breathing that in, a narrow, intense track that leads us to the inside of the heel in front of us. And it's twisting and turning and spiraling in a way all the way to the top. So we decide to follow this trail, this pathway of this journey. Isn't it beautiful? What a great scene. And as we walk, we're following this path round and up with each step. And we're just releasing any stress or worry or doubt that we may be carrying with us, inside of us or outside of us. Just looking out across the scenery, checking out the waters, the fog, the trees, the clouds on the cloud line. What a great picture I chose. Thank myself for that. Oh, so anything that we are carrying with us, we're looking across, and what do you see? What sounds do you hear? And look out for any wildlife that may be along the way, a chipmunk, a squirrel, maybe a moose, even a bear, a deer, an owl. An owl just came into my sight. And take those deep breaths of cleansing and refreshing of the waters, the air as we're walking down this path. And we walk on, continuing to ascend the path, the journey, just heading always upwards. And when we reach the top of our hill, we lay down on the grass in the meadow, lying on our back and looking up out into the sky, seeing the clouds and the cloud lines, the blueness of the sky. And we're watching for the white, wispy clouds as they kind of frost and float right past us. And just enjoy the bright blue sky, the effervescent blueness of the sky. And what color is your sky? What shapes do you see in the clouds? What beings, elemental beings, do you see in the clouds? Ah, yes. Out into the distance, I want you to go see a darker cloud, one that's, you may realize that is the opposite valley that is higher up, like on the other side. Maybe it's a light rain shower kind of a cloud. Maybe it's still kind of skimming on your hilltop, this cloud. And after a short while, a beautiful reindeer appears. And as we lie on the hilltop, allowing ourselves to just draw in and dream big and just remember imagining energy from the rainbow, knowing it's a gift of Mother Nature. And we are happy, we are grateful, we are effervescent, we want to share it, we are grateful. Just taking in as much energy as we need from the cloud line and from nature all around us. Visualizing ourselves in this path, in this view, in this scenery. And when we are ready, we can stand up, do a stretch, take a bow, take a long inhale, take a breath around and peek at our landscape. What do you see? And then just start to make your way back down the hillside, slowly following the pathway. Taking a breath in, taking a breath out, and following the pathway as it spirals down until we reach the foot of the hillside. And take a bow, take a blessing. Bless the hillside, bless the nature, bless the cloud lines, bless the sky. Just with gratitude, giving thanks to all of Mother Nature and all of Father Sky, and just take a breath and a pause and just come back to the reality that we are in. Stamp your feet a little, wiggle your fingers if you need be, awaken up the magical being that you are, and be reflective of the energies of today. Embrace the moon and Taurus. Feelings become manifest, they become real, and believing in ourselves. We are lighting up our belief in spiritual acumen. So with that, I say ashe, 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 blessings to you. I try to keep these not too long. And as always, I will see you on the other side. Blessings.